Welcome to the 1990 Freedom Bowl pregame show. It's the Oregon Ducks taking on the Colorado State Rams. Hi, everybody. I'm Mike O'Brien.
I'm Phil Cassidy.
And we're here at cool Anaheim Stadium. You can see both teams warming up behind us on the field. We expect a beautiful night for football. Temperatures a little cooler than normal here in Southern California, but we do expect the temperatures to be in the lower 50s by kickoff and perhaps in the lower 40s by the end of the game this evening.
Now, about 20,000 Duck fans showed up for this game. We came in today, and in the parking lot, they had the motorhomes all over the place, tailgate parties going. They had some touch football games going. And if the Ducks aren't ready for Earl Bruce's Colorado State team, we're going to have to go in the stands and get some of those touch football players out to play the rest of the game. Freedom Bowl officials tell us that 45,000 fans are expected for this ball game, and the Oregon support is unparalleled in Freedom Bowl history. Now, before the kickoff in about an hour, we've got a lot to show you. We'll take a look back at this year's Oregon Duck season and also have a look at Oregon's entire bowl history.
We'll show you sides of the players and coaches that you may never have seen before, and you'll get a good up-close look at many of the key figures that have made this 1990 Oregon Ducks football season such a success. Now, both teams have been in the area getting ready for this Freedom Bowl game for more than a week now, closer to 2 weeks for most of them, and they've been working toward this night with high expectations.
The Ducks hope to get a jump start offensively tonight with the return of all Pac-10 quarterback Bill Musgrave. With him hurting, the Ducks have not scored a touchdown their last 2 games. Many other skilled players are also healthy again, including freshman running back Sean Burwell, who injured his back early against Oregon State. Burwell set a new team single-season all-purpose yardage record this year. With the skill positions restocked, the question is, will they be in sync?
I don't think we'll be rusty because we have a lot of veterans, so it's just a matter of going out and doing what the coaches tell you and, using your ability to play well.
While the offense has flash, it's been the defense which has carried Oregon this year, setting a new school record for quarterback sacks and ranking second in the Pac-10 in stopping the run. Oregon must control the Colorado State running game tonight without all Pac-10 linebacker Peter Brantley. Even without him, the Ducks have an active and underrated defense, with 5 other players receiving mention on the all Pac-10 teams. The question here is, after some lackluster early practices, will the defense be focused and ready?
We may have been a little loose in the earlier practices, but I think we're coming around. And like Coach Brooks said, I think it has been hard to read our team. I don't think we're the really kind of guys to really be emotional in practice, and I think we kind of save it for the game.
Oregon is very good on special teams and also in the kicking game, both big factors in a close game. The Ducks have respect for Colorado State, but they also seem confident that they know what it takes and will give what it takes to win.
With us now is Oregon linebacker Peter Brantley, the first-team All-Pac-10 linebacker for the Ducks, and Peter, unfortunately, will not be able to play tonight. I know that's a disappointment since you've come from this area. You grew up in nearby Irvine. How are you feeling right now?
A lot of depressed. I was looking forward to coming home and playing my last game here, but guess not.
Your next game could be a pro football game, maybe, Mike or Peter.
Well, right now that's off in the future, but I mean, you take what's here today. For today, so.
Peter, I'm sorry, I meant to call you Peter Brantley. I don't know if I mistakenly called you Peter Jacobson. My mistake. The big game tonight, now the Ducks are going to have to play without you. You're an all-Pac-10 player. That's certainly a loss. How do you feel they'll be able to do without you in the lineup, facing a ground-oriented team like Colorado State?
Doug Douglas is a good player. I mean, it's kind of, for most teams, he'd be starting in the country, but I mean, he's behind 2 of the best outside linebackers in the country between me and Andy Connor, so it's going to be kind of hard for him to get to play very much, but Doug's a really good player. He'd be able to start most places, and Doug's going to do just fine.
And Peter, as far as your knee is concerned, do you think it'll be healthy in time to play in the postseason All-Star games coming up here in a few weeks?
I canceled the Japan Bowl because I didn't think I'd be ready to play in it quite yet at 100%, so I'm just going to play in the Senior Bowl and the Shrine game.
Well, Peter, I'm sorry you can't play tonight, but congratulations on a great career and for all you've done for Oregon football, and best wishes in the future.
Thanks a lot.
Good luck
Peter
to you,
Brantley,
Peter.
Oregon Ducks, starting outside linebacker sideline tonight.
Well, Colorado State is thrilled to be here, everybody. This is CSU's second bowl game and its first in 42 years, and the Rams did not come here to lose the ball game. Colorado State knows what it takes to win. Practice and preparation have been the main ingredients so far.
when it comes time to practice, meetings, and everything, it's been totally business, and we've been having to prepare like we would if it was any other game, and I think that we're going to be prepared.
The Rams are filmed out. They've seen as much Duck game film as possible, and from that they have devised a game plan. And here is what the Rams are thinking.
I think the key is going to have to be shutting down their running game. Musgrave is a big part of their offense, but I think they really use their game effectively to set up, his passing game. And I think if we can shut down their running game early, then later in the game we'll be able to put some pressure on Musgrave and hopefully shut him down a little bit.
Game time is moments away, and after 2 weeks of practice, the Rams are thinking about one thing. Staying with the Ducks is not a consideration. Beating them is the only objective.
But if Colorado State can come out with a victory, it's going to bring a lot bigger boost to the team and to the program and the community of Fort Collins, saying that, hey, all of a sudden now here's a team that could be recognized as one of the top 25 in the nation, something that Colorado State hasn't ever done, I don't think, in the past. So coming out with a victory is the biggest thing we're shooting for.
And the Rams, as you might guess, are ready for this football game, and they don't believe they are 9-point underdogs.
We've got a lot more ground to cover. Coming up next, we'll take a look back at the season which brought the Oregon Ducks to Anaheim. This Oregon Ducks football team has made school history, as for the first time in the school's history, the Ducks are playing in back-to-back bowl games. On the way to the Freedom Bowl, the Ducks have gained some national recognition, and they've also made plenty of memories. The Ducks opened the 1990 season hosting San Diego State. Quarterback Bill Musgrave enjoyed one of his finest days, completing a career-high 31 passes in 46 attempts. Musgrave passed for 3 touchdowns and ran for another. He finished the day with an Autzen Stadium record, 443 yards passing. The Ducks beat San Diego State 42-21. Game 2 saw the Ducks dominate Idaho. Oregon used its physical advantages on the line to overpower the Vandals in one of the best rushing efforts in Oregon history. Tailbacks Sean Burwell and Nalu Kelamini combined for 275 yards rushing and 5 touchdowns. Kelamini broke loose for his best day, 149 yards on 17 carries and 2 touchdowns. Burwell scored on 3 short runs and totaled 126 yards on 22 carries. The Ducks also discovered a 5th-year senior with some flash. Michael McClellan burst into the spotlight on special teams. McClellan returned an Idaho kickoff 89 yards for a touchdown. He later returned a punt for 29 yards, setting up another Oregon score. McClellan was named Pac-10 Special Teams Player of the Week. The Ducks beat Idaho 52-23. Game 3 was the toughest test so far. The Ducks at Arizona in their Pac-10 opener. Oregon nearly doubled the Wildcats in total offense, but the game will be remembered for one dramatic play. With seconds to go, 4th down on the 1-yard line, Ducks needed a touchdown to win.
Musgrave, no, he didn't make it.
Darrell Lewis makes the game-saving play. Arizona beats the Ducks 22-17.
Conditions were perfect in week 4. Sunny skies, a record crowd of more than 45,000 enjoying a 70-degree day as the Ducks hosted unbeaten Brigham Young. The Cougars featuring Heisman Trophy winner Ty Detmer, but Oregon is ready. The defense sends a message. Marcus Wood slammed Detmer to the turf for a safety. Oregon sacked Detmer 6 times. The Ducks intercept 5 passes, too. It's a school and Autzen Stadium record. Cornerback Darrell Smith picks off 3 himself and claims Pac-10 Defensive Player of the Week honors. It's one of the biggest wins in school history. Oregon 32, BYU 16.
More defense in Game 5 as the Ducks hold Utah State to negative yards rushing until the 4th quarter.
Defensive end Matt LaBounty adds to his school record sack total with 2 more. Sophomore Eric Castle continued his fine play with an interception as the Ducks forced 4 turnovers. Musgrave completed 15 of 23 passes, including one of the great plays of his career, connecting with Jeff Thomason for a touchdown. The Ducks win easily, 52-7. Oregon's road to the Rose Bowl came to an end in Seattle in Week 6. Greg Lewis caught the Ducks napping on this 53-yard scoring run. Pac-10 champion Washington whipped Oregon 38-17.
The Ducks bounced back from the Washington loss and put together a 3-game winning streak, earning an invitation to the Freedom Bowl. Arizona State visited Autzen Stadium, and with the Ducks trailing in the second half, freshman Brian Brown came up with a game-breaking play. Brown returning a Sun Devils punt 86 yards for the touchdown. Then Musgrave, playing with a pulled stomach muscle, teamed with Joe Reitzig, capping a 51-yard drive with a touchdown. With the lead, the defense does the rest. Steve Kemp intercepts a pass and runs it back all the way. 81 yards for the touchdown. Oregon beats the Sun Devils 27-7. In Week 8, Oregon played perhaps its best football game of the season, shutting out Stanford, who had earlier beaten top-ranked Notre Dame. The defense controlled Stanford's touted passing game all afternoon. The Cardinal never got closer than the Oregon 34-yard line. 3 big first-half plays put Oregon in complete control. Musgrave's 33-yard pass to Nalu Kelamini gives the Ducks an early lead. Later, Sean Burwell breaks free and runs 75 yards straight ahead for the touchdown. Oregon 31, Stanford nothing. The Ducks run their record to 6-0. The first Saturday in November brought UCLA to Autzen Stadium. The winner figured to be on the way to the Freedom Bowl. UCLA quarterback Tommy Maddox has a fine day. His 62-yard touchdown pass puts the Bruins up 24-13 in the fourth quarter. But Musgrave delivers some magic in the final minutes. He finds backup tight end Vince Ferry for the game-winning touchdown. It was Musgrave's last play at Autzen Stadium. 2 days later, the Ducks accept an unofficial invitation to the Freedom Bowl.
The Freedom Bowl euphoria ended abruptly in Game 10 as the Ducks traveled to Cal and faced a Golden Bear team which resented being overlooked by the Freedom Bowl. The Golden Bears dominated play from the start, scoring 3 first-quarter touchdowns. The beating was complete as Musgrave left the game with a bruised shoulder. The Bears rolled past Oregon 28-3. The Civil War at Oregon State saw the Ducks play without Musgrave and a host of top offensive players. With the pressure on, the defense rose to the occasion. Quarterback Devon Hosey making an early interception, giving the Ducks field position on a cold, wet afternoon in Corvallis. The stage was set for Ducks kicker Greg McCallum, who was perfect once again. McCallum booted a pair of field goals through the rain. The second one put the Ducks ahead to stay. The defense preserved the lead. All Pac-10 linebacker Peter Brantley made a big play in the fourth quarter, forcing a fumble and wiping out Oregon State's final scoring threat. With the final gun, the Ducks had completed another memorable year, finishing with an 8-3 record and their second consecutive bowl invitation, a first in school history.